A beam of ions passes through a pair of crossed electric and magnetic fields. What that means is that, let's say that I have a positive plate here and a negative plate here, and I've got some magnetic field in the middle. So here's my magnetic field. X is going away from us, so this is my B field. But I also have an E field going from positive to negative. So these arrows are my E field. Now what happens when I have a charge coming through at some speed, so I've got some Q coming through. That Q, because of the E field, if it's a positive Q, it's going to feel a force in this direction. And because of the B field, if I've got my charge going to the right and my B field into the page, it'll feel a force up due to the B field. So what I get is that charge on it has a force due to the E field and a force due to the B field. And if those are equal, then this charge will go straight through the B and E field if they're crossed. So I got to be perpendicular to the B field to feel a force, and then I've just got to be in the E field to feel a force. But my FB will equal my FE. So the beam of ions passes through a pair of crossed electric and magnetic fields. The electric field strength is 6 times 10 to the 5th newtons per coulomb. So my E is 6 times 10 to the 5th newtons per coulomb. And the magnetic field strength is 0.0077 Tesla. So my B is 0.0077 Tesla. What is the speed of the ions? Well, my force B has to equal my force E in opposite directions, of course. My force B is going to be Q times V times B. So a charge moving at a velocity through the magnetic field perpendicularly, that's why I left out the sine theta, is going to equal the electric force. Well, the electric force has to do with the charge and the strength of the electric field. Conveniently, this Q and that Q are the same, so the Q just cancels out. So any charge will behave the same way as long as VB equals E. I'm looking for the speed of the ions, so my velocity is going to be my strength of my electric field divided by my strength of my magnetic field. That's a lowercase v for velocity, is my electric field divided by my magnetic field. And that will give me meters per second.